This space weather report is brought to you by Wages World and Wayne Doppler, the tallest man in history, and his patented Doppler 5001, formerly known as WW.WD. Hey guys, what's up? Thank you. I come on here and give you guys a video real quick. Yeah, we got an unexpected geomagnetic storm, guys, so yeah, that's why I'm here. This will not be a very long one, guys, just so you guys know. And also, guys, I'm going to be getting back to my daily videos in the morning. Hopefully keep them around 20 minutes. I'm going to dedicate myself to doing that. Plus, I'm also going to get the live streams, you know, every night, every other night, just depending on what's going on. But I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that, because I kind of quit doing that for a while. And I understand. I get it. And I said I was going to get back to it before, but now I'm just going to dedicate myself to doing it. I had stuff going on, but we all got stuff going on, right? So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that that's what we're going to do here, and get back to the 20-25 minute videos in the mornings, and then do live streams and stuff at night. And if something happens through the day, I'll come on or whatever, but for those that don't have the time, I think it's beneficial to them so they can still see the data. And I get that you can't sit here through an hour and a half, 2-hour live stream. I get that. I really do. So, also something else, guys, we're going to be having, Wayne Doppler is going to be helping me out from time to time. If you guys don't know who Wayne is, he's the guy that, you know, the Doppler 5001. Before we get into the space weather here, I'm going to let you guys, see what Wayne's got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it over to Wayne here for a minute, and we're going to take a look and see what he's got to offer. So just hang out here for a second.
Just thank you very much for sending it back to me. Wayne Doppler, tallest man in history, 8'9". You can find me in the Guinness book. They actually needed 4 pages to get the full Dopp. Wayne Doppler in front of the prototype for the Doppler 5001. Wages, I know you asked me about the Doppler 5001. There it is! I actually made it out of Legos, and then from there they took it and said, you know what, I think we can actually scale this. And now I'm pretty close to it, not that close, but remember, I'm 8'9". Wayne Doppler, the freaking Dopps. And, you know, so look, I wanted to make sure you understand how the Doppler 5001 works. When you're dealing with the magnetosphere, you're going to want to get the Doppler 5001 tuned in, right? Because cosmic rays may attack that magnetosphere, right? So hold on, just stay with me for a second. The Doppler's on to something. So when that heliosphere starts to affect the cosmic rays and the magnetosphere, then you're going to start to have an issue with the solar vortex. So stay back. You don't want to have any problems with the solar vortex, because when the sun diver and the solar vortex intertwine, then you've got solar flares. Solar flares everywheres. Look, that's my slogan for the day. We're going to have a slogan for the day every day for old Wayne Doppler. This one is solar flares everywheres. And remember that it all culminates with a CME at the end, right into planet Earth. And we're going to have issues, so make sure you go to EMP Shield at the bottom of the Real Talk page, because there's a discount, and it also helps Mark Pyer's Real Talks program. Wayne Doppler doesn't need the help. Rich, very rich man, Wayne Doppler, Doppler 5000. I am the patent holder, also tallest man in history, 8'9". So when it comes down to noctilucent clouds, what does the Doppler 5001 do? Are you kidding me? The Doppler 5001 was specifically designed to dial in on the noctilucent clouds. And then on top of that, when they produce solar rain, Doppler 5001 is all over it. And, you know, look, I think this is what it does. The Doppler 5001 just kind of does it all. I mean, it literally, when people would say, hey, how's the weather, Doppler 5000? I'd go, I'd even duck and go like that, and I could tell them, hey, it's gonna rain. It started raining. Oh, it did? Yeah, it did start raining. Doppler 5000. I just get the weather faster than everyone else. We took that to a whole new level with the 5001 model. Now we actually satellited it. It's a real satellite over there instead of the DOPS. So taller than the DOPS, gets the weather quicker than the DOPS, and then on top of it, we are going into the Earth strike zone, and when we do that, the Doppler 5001 can give us advanced warning. So it does! The DOPS! I'm not finished yet, though. So much more is accomplished with the Doppler 5001. When it comes down to diagnosing where a solar flare is coming from the east or the west limb of the sun, we need the Doppler 5001 to give us that information. And we have it. So we're providing that now to the Wages World program so they get up-to-date information on their elliptical, rainstorm, solar flares, nocturnal clouds, noctilucents. You know what I'm talking about. But don't forget the most important thing. We have to talk about the bow shock. Gotta talk about the bow shock. We can't not talk about the bow shock. Tallest man in history. When it comes to the bow shock, don't get Eddie Murphy involved, all right? He played Bowfinger, and that's close. So we're keeping him away from the bow shock. And remember the interplanetary magnetic field, the lines, you know, AKA the IMF lines? Those are closed field lines. You didn't know that they were closed field lines? Wayne Doppler, tallest man in history. I can't even stand in frame. Look at that. My hair, I can't even stand in frame. Doppler 5001, if you'd like to donate to the Doppler 5001 Planetary Advancement Fund, just go to Doppler 5001 6543679 or 3.1462-845. I hope you have a great day, DOPS.com. And I appreciate you. Have a great day. Wayne Doppler signing off. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to tell you the most important thing about the Doppler 5000. Advanced earthquake warnings. Ding, 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 ding. Doppler. I'm all over it. I'm having the advanced warnings of the earthquakes. The seismograph tells you one thing. Doppler tells you everything. So make sure you tune into the DOPS. I'm going to be laying it all out for you. And you'll have a couple of helioplots in the process. Maybe a couple of, very low frequency, VLFs. We're going to get those in there. And potentially a couple of, very high frequency, situations going on as well. At the end of the day, when you're dealing with the Cascadia subduction zone, you want to make sure that you are not being subductive. You don't want to be subductive to the Cascadia subduction zone. You got to give it some space. You do your thing. DOPS is doing his thing over here. 8'9". I don't need a subduction zone, okay? I don't want to be subducted, okay? Thanks for coming out. Look, I think that's enough of the DOPS for the day. I'm feeling a little tired, 8'9". The air is thinner up here, and I need a break, take a nap. Down at normal 6 foot level. When I sit down, I'm still sitting at 6 feet. It's weird, I know. But that's where I get normal air oxygenation. That's one of the problems for old, there's problems for old Doppler. And that's why we're creating the 5001.
Okay, guys, what is going on? I hope you guys like that. I'm just going to try to add, Mark's going to help me out with making a little bit of humor here. I hope we all can laugh at it. We do talk about very serious stuff here, and I think it's good to get a little bit of a laugh out of it sometimes. The misuse of the words he was using and stuff was just, yeah, it was definitely had me laughing for sure. They're not going to be that long. That was just kind of like an introduction to Wayne. Guys, give Mark some love. Go over to Mark Pyre's Real Talk. Subscribe to him. Check out the rest of the Wayne Doppler stuff that he's got over there, plus all the great music. I'm over there every day. Everybody is. Most people that are here, a lot of you guys are. We're a family over there, just like we are here, and we can talk. We're friends. We're in the chat. It's just a really good time, and it's a good way to kind of defrag. And that's just kind of what I would say to that. So, but Mark's going to be coming, not Mark, but Wayne, however you want to put it. Wayne's going to be doing a 2 or 3 minute segment a couple times a week, probably, maybe 3. We'll see how it all works out. But I really want to add some humor, give some positivity and a laugh back to everybody. And, if we can talk about a serious situation here with space weather, sometimes what we talk about, and add a little bit of humor to it, I'm all for it. So I really hope that it kind of adds a little smile to your day. And guys, we'll just get into it now. So again, I'm going to be going back to like the 20-25 minute videos in the morning, so, and then the live streams and stuff at night. So I don't want to hold you guys here much longer, so I'm just going to kind of get into the geomagnetic storm that's hitting us now. By the way, guys, I apologize to anybody who's seen that fool dropping that word in my chat. As soon as I seen it, I blocked it immediately. My mods were over on top of it too. So just know, I do apologize for that. We can't stop them from doing that, and until it happens, we have to block. So anyway. So we got the Schumann here, guys. Not much going on other than just kind of a background hum. So whatever that means, it's just a little bit of a... Oh, no picture? Shoot, hold on. Alright, hold on, Jack. Sorry about that, guys. How's that? A little better? I do apologize for that, guys. I am sorry. Okay, so here we are. Schumann resonance. Got a little bit of background noise going on here. And then we got, a little bit of spiking back here, but nothing much is going on here. Now, we are getting space weather, so this can be the cause of this. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm just going to jump into, I'm going to have my mods hold it down in the chat for me there. So that's something else too. CERN. I'm not going to say the word because it really does. They don't like us saying that word. It'll just, yeah. As hard as it is to get our stuff out anyway, I'm not going to use that word. CERN. It definitely has been fired back up. The 2-year little hiatus it took for them to do what they were going to do to fix it, add stuff to it, whatever. They are now firing it back up, and they're starting to operate it. So we can see stuff on the Schumann because of that. So we're going to have to just keep an eye on that, take that in consideration from here on out. But geomagnetic storm, guys, it was unexpected. Now the fact that we got uptick in solar wind was not unexpected, because if you look here, what do you got? Right, you have a little uptick, and it happened right at the same time. This just ended up being a little bit more intense. That's all that this is, I think. I think it arrived right when it was supposed to. It just was a little stronger. So what was all this about? Well, it could have been a CIR. And what that is, guys, is that's the particles in between a fast and a slower moving solar wind stream. What happens is you get a buildup up in front, okay, and it causes the density to build. And so when it hits, it really mimics a CME. It fools people all the time. But this is all it is this is the stuff that happens in between solar wind streams sometimes, or even just out in front of a fast moving stream. Okay, those particles build up, and then when they hit us, it really looks like we're getting hit with the CME, but it's not. It's just high dense particles. So just know that that's what this probably was, most likely. You know, we are having coronal holes. The one that's giving us weather now is already gone. We connected to this probably yesterday. This one here is getting bigger, so when it gets out in front of us, it could send us some more wind. But for the next 2 or 3 days, guys, you know, solar activity is going to be kind of low. I think we haven't had anything blow off towards Earth. We haven't had other than coronal holes, but I think we're going to get a break even from that for a couple days. So, but also the sunspots here. Okay, we're seeing them in northern and southern hemisphere now. That's just a really good indication that, you know, we're not going to be slowing back down. We are definitely out of the minimal phase of the sun cycle and heading up to the top again. When we see them just in one hemisphere, and then it took a break, if you guys remember, because in November we had a really big uptick of these in the southern hemisphere. And then it went dead again for months, and then it started happening in the north. Now we're seeing them in both. So it's just one of those things we look at. It's kind of a double peak, and it does happen, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But you know, we're not going to get into that. It's just it's a subject that really has to be nailed down perfectly for people to understand, and it would take a while. And I'm not even sure I could even do it at this point. But you know, we'll take a look at that anyway. The Enlil model, not much going on, guys. Again, even on these models, they're showing that, you know, very low activity for the next 5 days or so. So what we'll do is we'll go over here to the Magnetosphere Models, and this is where you're going to see that solar wind stream hit. Okay, and the only thing that I find kind of just a touch odd is the fact that I didn't see like a wave come in. All I seen was the magnetosphere start to react. Typically we'll see like a wave. And now, it could have came in before I came over and looked at this. I can't get to archive data of this. I don't know how to do it, if it's even available to us. And if I can get to it, I will, if I can figure it out. But I don't think we can get the archive data on this. So if we don't look at it and record it when we see it, we don't get the data. So, but here's the density. Again, one thing I didn't notice, this is kind of blocky. I hadn't noticed this before, even over here, look. It's kind of blocky looking. So, you know, what does that mean? Probably a whole lot of nothing. It's just, you know, something I observed here, and I don't know why it's, you know, taking on that shape. Again, I haven't really seen it do that before. I've seen it do, like, blocky stuff, but not, you know, I've seen it quite a bit on the older Magnetosphere models. This one. Okay, down here, remember you can still kind of see it right here. But this one here, I hadn't noticed it on these before. So, yeah. So now we got magnetic pressure. This is, again, it's going to show the blockiness. But notice, you know, a lot of activity here. And again, I have to say, I didn't see like a wave come in. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't come in. The particles out here could have been the same density, is what I'm trying to say. If they're the same density as what's already out here, you won't even be able to see it, because that's what this is showing you, density. So yeah, so that's what I would say to that. But I'm not really sure why we're not seeing that wave come in. It was really kind of odd to me. So, but anyway, to discover data, we got solar wind. It is upticked, you know, 3 to 500 is what we consider normal range. And we're seeing, that's the yellow line there, it got up close to 600 kilometers per second. Density, normal is 4, and we, you know, right now we're experiencing like 6, which isn't that elevated, but it is elevated some. The BZ, when you see it -6, you'll see the little purple colors here they'll throw in there. And that's because it's showing you that, hey, you know, the angle's correct here for the stuff to come in and really hit us pretty good. And that this all happened at once, so that's probably why we took such a big hit. And again, did it mean much of anything? Not really, because it didn't do much. But right here on the geoelectric field map, this is space weather's effect on our electrical grid. Obviously, you're going to see it. It's going to do that, okay? And this already updated. In a few hours, like an hour before that, this was like red up in here. And what's kind of crazy is this weekend is the anniversary of the 1989 Quebec blackout up here. we had a CME come in, and matter of fact, I think it was like there's been some studies done now. I can't remember the guy that was doing it. I seen a paper on it, but he said he seen like it looked to be maybe one and then a second one right behind it, and people kind of just counted it as one. But that would make sense, okay? Because sometimes if the CMEs come before it, it kind of paves the road for it. So yeah, I mean, it makes things, what's behind it hit harder. The auroras, obviously, like I said, we're going to see an uptick in this right now because of, see how nothing was going on? Then all of a sudden, okay, and it looks like it's already starting to decline. Conditions are already starting to, back off. And if you look at their forecasting here over at NOAA, that's exactly what they were saying. So this time, they got it right, I think. It's just they were off a little bit on the intensity. So this is what it looks like to me, looking from the outside in here. So, again, what do we expect with the G1 storm? Uptick in aurora and earthquakes. I mean, that's really probably the biggest thing people would look at. Other than that, have a good day, bud. Love you. Son's going to work, guys. Sorry. But anyway, here's the seeds. Again, this is stereo A, our side view. Nothing happening, guys. No eruptive behavior on the sun, and the stuff that was erupting was actually not facing Earth. So now, a couple days ago or yesterday, I think, it looked like we had a little bit of something that could have came our way, but it wasn't nothing big. Okay, and that's why I'm not even going to sweat even trying to figure out what happened there, because it's not much to even look at. So yeah, over here at spaceweather.com. Now they're talking about. Yeah, they're talking about the Quebec blackout back in 1989. Yeah, spit it out, Wages World. Spit it out. Come on, quit stuttering. Anyway, so yeah. So it says here, as predicted, a solar wind stream hit Earth's magnetic field on March 13th, sparking a G1 class storm. Okay, so there you go. They were talking about it. I mentioned it, and it did happen. I don't think they were predicting a G1 storm, but they were predicting close to it, like a 4 on the KP. Again, I'm not going to waste your time with noctilucent clouds because there are none. There won't be for a while either. Today we have a near-Earth object here, down here at 0.7. That's coming between us and the moon, but it's not very big. It's not going to impact us. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. Now you're going to start. Now listen to me, guys. You're going to start seeing a lot of stories and a lot of reporting on this particular NEO, near Earth object, that's on the 21st. They're calling it the Equinox Asteroid or meteorite, whatever they want to call it. Dub that term to them. But it is a large one, and it is moving fast. Okay, I think it's like 3/4 of a mile wide or something like that. It's pretty big. That's 1,024 meters in diameter. So that's decent size, guys. And it is moving faster than almost anything you can see here. See that? Matter of fact, it is the fastest one on there right now. Yeah. We don't often see them this big and moving that fast at the same time. Okay? Again, it's only going to come within 5.3 lunar distances. And a lunar distance is from us to the moon. So you take that times 5.3, and that's how far away it is. You know, the reason why it's significant is just because of the size and the speed. They're even saying that if you know if you can figure out exactly where it's going to be at, which there's going to be sites and stuff you can go to, and if you are, you know, if you like looking in your telescope and stuff in your backyard or what have you, they say you're going to be able to find it and spot it. So it's that big and it's close enough to be able to do that. So that's significant in my opinion. But it is not going to impact us. Again, look at these coronal holes opening up. Okay, so I mean, these things are, you know, coronal holes seems to be the name of the game right now. You know, we're not getting much from flaring from sunspots, but it can happen at any time, like I've strongly stated in the past. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Earthquakes, guys, again, with all this, with that uptick here, now that we just had a decent one here, that was a 5.2 in Vanuatu. So, you know, but we get them down here, guys. And plus down here where we had the big 8.1 the other day, well, last week, it's still rumbling 5s constantly. And it will. That's what happens with bigger earthquakes. But check this out. You get a 2.7 earthquake up here in Quebec. And that's where that blackout was. It's the anniversary, like I said, 1989, of the Quebec blackout, and we're getting a geomagnetic storm that wasn't really supposed to be this strong. It wasn't that big, and again, guys, it was only intensified just very little. So just so you know. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much all the space weather I got for you guys today. Again, if you guys got any questions or anything. Let's see if you guys got anything for me here. Anything? Okay. But yeah, so hi to everybody in there. I'm sorry I didn't pay much attention to the chat, but I really want to keep this video a little bit shorter. Like I said, the morning videos from here on out, I'm going to be doing one in the morning with just the space weather news and data. And then at night, I'll be doing the live streams at least once every other night, or even every night if I'm able to do so. Okay? So just know that, guys, okay? I want people to be able to see the stuff that they want to see and be able to access it, and that's why I'm going to do it that way. And I am going to dedicate myself to that. So I do appreciate your guys' help, and all my mods in here, you guys are awesome. Awesome. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. God bless. Yahusha saves, and